Okay.
There it is. All right, we're live, right? Everything look good? Okay. I'm gonna pull up the stream so I can see if anybody has any questions or anything. I just wanted to touch base, and we've changed up a few things this year, and I just wanted to kind of get out in front of it. Season's probably going to start next week, so we're doing things just a bit differently this year, and I think it's going to open up a whole lot of opportunity for the tracks, for customers. So a few people coming on here now. So I want to welcome back everybody from the winter season, and I know it seems like winter today still, but I think we're close. We've added a few things this year. We're going to add quite a bit more, but we've got to get started. So I want to thank Ken Kinney down at Hendry Motorsports Park, first of all, for his hospitality. I mean, I spent 3.5 months down there, kind of, helping out down there, doing the live stream down there and stuff like that. So it's a great winter break for me, living at a racetrack. I want to welcome back Davenport Speedway, East Moline Speedway, Dubuque Fairgrounds Speedway, Lee County Speedway, and what am I missing? Is that it? We've got a new channel. It's called 660 Grudge Street. That is street racing. They were like the number one. Let me just say this, I'm not sure they were number one, but they were a very big guest on the Street Outlaws on Discovery Channel. So that's in Southern Illinois. That's about 5 hours away. So we're going to be set up. The plan is to get them going. They've already got a lot of their equipment. We're going to set them up. And you got a graphic up now? Okay. Sorry. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about this, man. They kind of want to make a regular TV show out of it. We're obviously going to start with pay-per-view, and then we're going to put it. We're going to break it up. Once we do the pay-per-view, we're going to break it up into episodes, and then cut it and add some behind-the-scenes stuff, and do some editing to it. Add some other, just behind-the-scenes stuff. We're just going to make it so there's, the different footage or added footage from the live video. The tracks that we're doing this year, there's a couple more that we're talking about right now, but we're doing it. They're all going to have their own channel. So, like Davenport Speedway will be DavenportSpeedway.tv. Lee County Speedway, LeeCountySpeedway.tv. We got graphics up for that. We don't have the schedules are in, but the site's not necessarily finished, and it's waiting on me. So it will be done hopefully in the next couple days. And so everybody's going to have their own channel. Lee County Speedway will have their own LeeCountySpeedway.tv. Dubuque Speedway.tv. I don't know if I'm going in order or not, so no, of course I'm not. And then, well, you throw it up there next, and then I'll follow your lead. And I'm open for questions. East Moline Speedway.tv. That's, I think we might have a practice this weekend, but I don't know. It's pretty miserable out there. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. But next week, I think it's going to kick off pretty hot and heavy, starting Thursday in Davenport. We also, by doing this, I'm hoping that it's good. I mean, the goal from day one was to help brand the tracks and to help grow the tracks and to help get them their own branding. And so that's my goal with this, is to, you know, they have their own channel. They're going to have some input in it. They're going to be able to, you know, see everything that I see. Hopefully we're going to be able to, I want to be able to put ads in. We're going to start running commercials, not a lot of commercials. Okay. But we have some dead time for intermissions and stuff like that. I want to be able to get the track sponsors highlighted. So anybody, you know, that's sponsoring any of the tracks that we do, anybody that's sponsoring, if you have a commercial, you'd like us to play it, get it to us. So because we're trying to grow this thing nationally and locally. So it's a big deal to get our local customers involved, and our local sponsors. So that's the big news. I'm hoping, now nothing is final yet. You're still it's still gonna be available. So basically, you'll be able to buy on DavenportSpeedway.tv, Done Right TV, IMCA TV, and I think Speed Sport TV. But it's going to be, so, you know, we're kind of spreading out a little bit too, which hopefully was going to give us a lot bigger market, locally and nationally, because and I don't know, we don't have those stats for this show, but we're hitting the whole United States. I mean, we're getting people signing up from all over the place. We're also the Grit Racing Series up in New York. I wanted to shout out. We did some stuff for them down in Florida. Unfortunately, at this point, I don't have. I'm still trying to find time to get up there and get them going. I know their season is starting. I feel bad that I can't get up there, but we got so much going on down here. So we have a few other ones that we're working on too right now. So we're probably gonna end up with a few more tracks, hopefully. Let's see, we've got a couple big events. There's a Memorial Day race that we're doing for Justin down at Diamond Park in Arkansas. And I guess now would be a good time for me to jump into that we're hiring, because we don't have the crews. We have 2 crews basically, and we're probably going to end up needing 3 or 4. So with that, like I said, we can do 2 shows every day, but I think it's going to end up, and Memorial Day weekend is our first one where we're going to have 3. So we are looking for some people. It is weekends, so it is pretty much every weekend. You'll get into the race for free. You'll get paid. And as we're doing this, as we're training the new people, this is important, man, because I want the feedback. But when I got a new guy on a camera, and there's only one way to get better, and that's by doing it. So just keep in mind that we may have some new people coming on board, and you know, I mean, if it's not perfect camera work, you know, I'm just saying that it kind of kills these guys when they're new on the camera and they see these posts on Facebook that the camera guy sucks, and I'm just asking for a little bit of patience. I'm not just going to throw a guy on a camera, but there's a certain amount of, you know, there's a certain amount of things that we can teach before they get on the camera. But again, I want the feedback, guys. I do want the feedback. But I'm just saying, we're going to have a few new people here, and it's pretty, you know, for a new guy, it's just, give me the feedback. Just, you know, be patient with us. But we want to know, right? We want to know what you guys want too. So that's another part of this. I'm open for any kind of questions or anything like that. We're going to be trying to do some things. I've talked to several people, a couple people more than others, about doing some stuff with us. And it's been a rough winter. The retail is nothing like it used to be. Nothing like it used to be. I mean, we went from like 100 a month to 15 a month. So it didn't work out like I wanted it to over the winter. I wanted to have a few people in place working on a few things, before we started here, but that just wasn't in the cards. So now we're going to try to be getting some shirts and stuff like that, to sell at the tracks, hats, just little things, whatever. Maybe it turns into something else. I got some e-bikes that we're selling. We still do dish and direct, but I get it. There's not a lot of people are streaming. I totally get it. We do antennas, we do security cameras. If it wasn't for security cameras, I don't know in the racing, because the retail side is it's just a different animal than anything I've ever seen before. But we're still doing okay. But I'm just asking that if you need any internet or anything like that, I'll have a bunch of e-bikes out at the track. We'll have other things. There's a few other things that I'm getting into, but I always want to test everything before I do anything with it. We're playing around. We've got a little package put together, and it's pretty wide open. There's a lot of different areas, but we've got something put together for sponsorships or for marketing and advertising. So if anybody is interested in getting on, I don't know if we've got any of these stats. There's some stats. But I can't read how many views it had.
I can go through that real quick.
Okay, well.
Basically, it just shows the live-looking video metrics for June to August 2021,
but move it over, because
2022.
it's not showing it, is what I'm saying.
It's on the screen. It's on the screen right now. And you can see the full layout from early June to late August, and it just takes a snippet of us throughout the height of the season.
Okay, so this is our live look-ins. We're gonna expand on that, and we're gonna be putting a little bit of something in there special, right? So that's one of the places that we're gonna have available for marketing. Because some of them now, that our live look-ins go on the track, they'll go like to Davenport, East Moline, Lee County, Dubuque. It'll go on their channel. It'll go on our channel. It'll also go on IMCA TV on their channel, or on their Facebook. So that is a huge reach, and that's where we're trying to start to grow this thing, because that's going to hit the most customers, that's going to hit the most people, it's going to have the most effect. This is we're just trying to for 2 years we've been trying to figure out get a solid team together and get the production, get our equipment. The equipment is always changing. I've got new equipment again this year, and we're going to be adding more equipment. Some of these bigger shows, we're going to add a third camera, like an inside turn 3 camera. We'll still have a speed shot and a main camera. So some of our bigger shows, you're going to start seeing some bigger stuff. Maybe even some drone stuff. So that's our plan. And as far as the tracks, like I said, I'm hoping, and I don't know how this year is going to go, man. I know a lot of racers that aren't racing this year, and it sucks. Gas is $12, $13 a gallon. Tires are expensive. It's the same for me, guys. I get it. So I'm hoping, that's why I'm trying to break this thing up and try to, help. I'm hoping we're going to have a way to buy monthly instead of just buying, 20 or $25 a spot. But that all has to go through the tracks, because we share with the tracks. So, and if it ends up that it's not working out, then we're not going to be able to do it. We got to do the test. We got to see. That's my goal. I want it to be easy for everybody to be able to watch. I want it to be affordable. I want it to be good quality. I want all that, and we're just going to have to get there, So I've got a new guy starting next week. Anybody that I've talked to about working, if you're still interested, let me know. I don't know if I don't really have a full-time place right now, but starting next weekend, it's going to be an every weekend thing. So, and there's plenty of stuff to do. I've got a couple people that are going to be doing some pit walks and stuff for us that we've talked about last year, and I apologize, because it just didn't come together like I thought it was last year. And then once we got hot and heavy in the season, we just didn't want to try to throw something else in there. So, let's see, what am I missing? Metronet. Metronet's available in Silvis. I don't know if anybody knows. Metronet is available in Silvis now. And Metronet right now has a $50 referral. So if you have Metronet and your friend wants Metronet, have them call me. You're both going to get $50. Both of you will get $50. They change that once in a while. I mean, it was up until about 3 weeks ago, it was $100. So, you know, that's an easy way to help us out and to help you out, because Metronet is the best internet around here. So, and it doesn't cost anything to tell your friend, hey, call this guy, I just got Metronet hooked up, you're both going to get $50. When it changes to 100, you get more. Same with TV, and I get it. You know, I know a lot of people are streaming, I get it. We do commercial, and I'm not trying to turn this into an advertising thing for me. I'm just letting people know that we do a lot of things. I get a lot of people asking me what all we do, and we do a lot of things. We do networking, home networking, business networking, security cameras, residential, commercial, and we're getting into e-bikes because I think that that's going to be a huge market. I know it has nothing to do with TV, but you're going to see plenty of them out at the tracks, and I got some. I found some pretty nice bikes, so I'm pretty impressed with the quality of them. And we're also going to probably service them here too, because that's one of the biggest things, is not being able to service them. So if anybody, we're going to be doing some stuff. I did some on the way back from Florida. I picked up a couple shows for Flow Racing. I'm going to be doing a few shows for Flow Racing, probably local shows around here. I don't know which ones, and maybe some other ones. I don't know. It just going to have to see how it goes, because everybody's booked up. And I've got some tracks that I've got to put back for a minute because I don't have the staff. So at the moment. But anybody that's got a kid or somebody that's at the track, I mean, that's a perfect fit for us. I don't care if he's doing pit walks or if he wants to do interviews. We want to add all that stuff this year. So, of course, we want to work with the tracks. So we want to make sure that we're all on the same page. And I just wanted to kind of get this out here for 10 or 15 minutes and tell everybody why we made them each their own thing. You know, hopefully it'll help. Hopefully it'll help dial it in. Hopefully we can get some monthly plans set up so it saves everybody a little bit of money and it's efficient for everybody. But we're going to be looking for more during the summer too. We're going to, you know, once we get another crew, which then we'll have 3 solid crews, then we'll be able to expand a little bit more. I want to do some more stuff with the podcast. We've moved that outside a little bit with Shane, and it seems to be working out. People seem to like it. We need some, you know, some new guests. We need some new blood. We don't mind going to the, you know, even if during the season it's going to be a little more difficult because everybody's out running. But during the season, what we could do is we can come out to the shop and we can get some B-roll footage. We can do some interviews and stuff with you at the shop. We can take pictures of the cars, ask questions, whatever, and then put all that on video. And then when we bring you into the studio, we can start playing that, and it'll give us some footage that we can go through, you know, like we were there. So we like to show the behind the scenes stuff. That's another thing that our podcast is right now, and I think Wilk is going to be starting it this week. Hopefully, we're gonna add the True Grit podcast onto our site. So there's going to be some free stuff. There's going to be some free content as well on our site. And I encourage everybody, like if you're Davenport Speedway, Lee County Speedway, East Moline, Dubuque, Grudge Street, get registered on their sites. You don't have to pay anything. Get registered on their sites. What we're going to do a little bit different with the podcast. And I haven't even talked to Shane about this. So, hey, Shane, guess what? We're gonna start recording our podcast earlier, right? We're not gonna go live. We're not going to go live till 7 o'clock or whatever. But when people start showing up, what we're going to do is we're going to record. We're going to take some B-roll footage, and we're going to get some of the behind-the-scenes stuff with that. So we'll see some of the conversations that happen before the show. We'll kind of just see, a little bit different views. We're going to add that to the podcast, and then we're going to put that on our website, on the doneright.tv website. So it's just going to be more content. It's going to be some unique footage because we're not going to cut it. We're not going to edit it. We're just going to start recording before the show. So I think it's just going to be some good stuff that we'll be able to cut up, and it's all behind the scenes. It's all real, unedited stuff. Also, we only have Monday night podcasts, so I'm also open to do another podcast. I know we talked with a couple of the tracks, and I'm willing to put together another podcast on a different night or one earlier on a Monday night. I'm not, we're wide open. The weeks are not near as busy for us as the weekends are. The weekends we want to be at the track, but during the week I want to get you guys out there just as much as I want to get me out there in Davenport and East Moline and Dubuque and Grudge Street and Lee County. I want to get out there, and I want to do some other cool stuff, and I want to spread it out, man. And we're going to put some stuff on Facebook. We'll put some of the behind the scenes stuff on Facebook. I'd love to have, other tracks involved. I know a lot of our podcast is here in Davenport because that's where we're at. We can do it remote. I have no problem with that. And again, if it needs to be on a different night, let's talk about it. I'm willing to do that. I love the interaction. I love to be able to, the stories sell, and everybody's got a story. And everybody's got a unique story. So I'd like to be able to try to help tell your story. We're on a few more cars this year, and I don't have a list of that, and I didn't want to do more than about 15 minutes of this, and I don't see any questions coming in. But if there is any questions, let me know, and you can shoot me a text, you can email me, whatever, Facebook. I want feedback. But again, I'm gonna stress this because we're gonna have some new people, and I'm just asking for a little bit of patience as these new people get better. And if they mess up on the camera or something like that, try not to crucify them on Facebook. It's hard. I see these guys when they see these comments. I look at their face and I'm like, oh, don't worry about it, man. And I'm not trying to spend a whole lot of time on it, but I'm just asking for a little bit of patience. It is the weekends, and it's every weekend, and I love what I do, and I think Wilk loves what he does. He's going to be there when we can, but things happen. So when things do happen, believe me, we're on it. We know it, and we're fixing it. And it's not just us, because we have a great support staff that is actually monitoring every one of our streams. That they usually know before I have a problem, but as soon as my phone starts going off, if you notice when I'm at the track, I've always got my phone in my left hand because that's like my hotline to because we have a monitor. I've always got my phone in my hand. Everybody's like, you never put that thing down. I'm like, I can't, dude, because if I do and something goes wrong, I won't know it. So you'll always see me with my phone in my left hand. And thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else or not. Everybody needs an e-bike. I can tell you that. DirecTV has the Cubs. Dish doesn't still. And this is the third year, I think, with Dish not having the Cubs. We do both. If you don't want to have a TV bill at all, we do antennas. So that's another way that you can get 30 to 50 channels for nothing. It costs you a couple $100 to put it in and monthly, and it works when the internet goes down, if it goes down. Feedback. I want you guys' feedback, honestly, because we can't get better. And if there's something unique, or if there's something that you want us to do or you need us to do, I'm not saying we can do everything that's going to be coming across, but especially the tracks. I mean, we want to work hand in hand with the tracks. I mean, our goal is to not only bring people to the track video, we also want to bring people to the track in person, because a lot of these people that we're hitting maybe have never been at the track, right? So we're going to try to figure something out where we can try to drive some more traffic to the track. But I think if the bigger the audience, then it's going to be a lot easier to, to bring people to the track when they're in town. Maybe they don't live around here, because I'm telling you, and I don't have them stats right now, but we have the pit walks. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. And we're going to be doing, and I've got some volunteers that we're going to be working with. I'd love to be selling hats and shirts out by the truck. I've got a van. This is something that we started last year. Love to do that for you, Mike. Lost my train of thought. What was I just talking about? I got a van that I'm going to be wrapping. I bought a 97 Astro van and 27,000 miles on it, so I love this thing. We got a 55-inch TV in it and a sound bar. And so last year we took it to Davenport a couple times. We took it to East Moline a couple times. So that's another thing we're going to be doing this year. Lee County already has it. Lee County has TVs in their lunch line type thing. They're right there mounted on the wall. So when you go get a beer, when you go get a burger, you can still see the stream. They've got a nice little menu board there as well. I'm putting that out there to every one of the tracks. If you want something like that, I'm willing to trade it out put my sign up at the track. No money. I'll put the TVs up. Until then, we're going to have the van. And in the van, like in Davenport, over by the concession stand, we'll have that van sitting there. Hopefully we'll have T-shirts, and hopefully have somebody there. Maybe can sell some T-shirts, hats, koozies, give away some of the other free stuff that I get, pens and little stuff like that I get from some of my distributors and retailers. And you're not going to miss any of the race. So, and you'll be able to see the live look-ins and stuff. So, that I'm pretty excited about. And I don't know what else. I think I'm about done. I don't see a whole lot of questions coming in there. Not a whole lot of people on here. I get it. I just said this today, but anybody that has any video experience, I'm definitely interested in talking to. Or video editing experience, or broadcast journalism, because Shane can't interview everybody. Shane does a hell of a job doing what he does, but I'd like to get a younger fan, a kid that's there with the mom and dad every week or something, that's already there, that already loves the racing, is a perfect fit, because they're already there. They can walk out with a few bucks in their pocket, talking to some cool people, get some cool stories. That's about it. I don't know if there's anything I've missed. I'm sure there is. Again, I just wanted to get with everybody and let people know why everything is going to be on Done Right TV, but we're trying to break it up a little bit, and hopefully in the next week or so we'll be able to come out with another plan on how to get you guys a better deal for if you want to watch every week. There's just more interviews, talks at open. The ump guys and open guys. Agreed. And hopefully we'll pick up a few more special events this year too. And I'm sure we will. And I know that Flow, and we'll be doing a few shows for Flow probably. Mav TV's coming in for some. XR's coming in for some. That's awesome. We're not there yet. I wish I could charge $150 a year, but I don't have 70,000 subscribers, so everybody need to subscribe. And you know, but we still want to do the shows. We still want to do some bigger shows, and I get it. Some of these. Hopefully, we can do some of the Mars shows with Tony Izzo. We've been chatting about that again. There's a lot of things that go into that, but we are set up with Flow now. We've done a couple events with them, but that's not my goal either. My goal is local. My goal is right here in my backyard. My goal is to help the local drivers, the local tracks survive, because I don't want to see it's not good out there retail wise, not for small business. And so I think that I can help with that. I think I can help with any small business around here that, you know, is looking to capture a great crowd of people, man, because I'll tell you that I wish I'd have found the racing circuit years and years ago, because it's a loyal bunch of people that, and you hear it all the time and you don't really even think about it. But, you know, when you got a guy that's going to take a part out of his trailer and give it to another guy that he's actually racing against, that's some good stuff. I mean, that's pretty amazing. But that's the sportsmanship of this sport. And if you haven't been to a race, get to a race, man. Get to a race. Look for our live look-ins. You know, check out our live look-ins. Maybe we give away some tickets or something this year. We should be able to do that somehow. Let's figure out how to do that. Somehow we'll be able to give away a few tickets or something every week or every once a month or something like that, to bring people to the track. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the tracks that came back to us. I appreciate the tracks that are going to be coming on board with us. I appreciate the tracks that aren't with us. I appreciate the sport. And I appreciate all the drivers and all the hard work and the sponsors, because I just think that this year is going to be, we got to bring it together, man. I think we're all going to have to work together, because it's going to be rough on everybody. I mean, traveling's going to be expensive. It's going to be hard to get parts. Same here. Same with my stuff. So, that being said, again, if you don't have my cell phone number, message me on Facebook. I'll give you my cell phone number. I want feedback. I want feedback to continue, even if it's bad feedback. I'm just asking sometimes, if we got a new guy, just be nice on Facebook, because, and everybody that likes to complain about it, come on up, jump on the camera, see how you do. You know, we're willing to train anybody. I'll take attitude over experience any day. And again, we've got a few people lined up, but it's hard to train people when we don't have any events going on. So we're actually going to start trying to cut our own commercials this year too. So that's why we want to get some footage at the local speed shops and the local drivers shops, and put it together as a commercial type thing. What's up? All right. So, okay, that's all I got, man. Thanks for joining. And again, we'll see you hopefully next week. Hopefully this weather's going to break soon. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a great night.